Hi everyone, welcome back to Maria's Ideas Teaches Us to Paint. If you're new, thank you for checking in with us to see what we have going on here. So we are on episode 11 of Maria's Ideas Teaches Us to Paint, and we filmed this in Pittsburgh in the Southside Slopes at our studio, Johno's Art Studio and Maria's Ideas, and this airs on BPTV, Bethel Park PA, and that is Verizon 32, Comcast 7, I believe, in some areas. And then you can also watch it anytime on YouTube on my Maria's Ideas Art. So each episode has a 10-minute video separate to that where I teach you how to draw the design if you are not as experienced. And if you're local, we have art kits available too. But each episode in the description of the actual show does have a list of the materials and colors and things that you'll need. But hopefully you'll check back and watch the show. It's always fun. Sometimes we have some special guests. And this one, I always design the pieces to relate somehow to our special guests. So there's going to be a very special person coming to join us to paint as we paint this cup of love. So let's get started. I'm going to move my things here. So I use a canvas board because it doesn't have as much bounce, which is what I prefer, especially when I'm showing on film. And I also use a watercolor pencil to sketch it so that the watercolor pencil melts back into the artwork, and then you don't see the line as if it was a graphite pencil. Also, my co-host Alan Levine is always on the show with us too, so it's fun to watch him learning how to paint as well. So let's see. So what I did, I can show you. I printed this out and just divided this in half again in the center, and then so I have it 4 equal parts. I'm sorry, 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom. Okay, just to give you an idea. Now you can do that on your canvas, whatever size canvas you have, that's fine. So I'm just going to do my lines just to show you very lightly. They don't have to be perfectly straight. This is just a guide to kind of help break it down into sections, which might make it easier. Okay, so they're pretty close to being equal. You can even go this way again too and make more squares, but I think that's enough here. So what I'm going to do is start with the cup itself in the center. Okay, so I'm going to assume that I want my cup, the lower edge of the opening, I want that to be around here. So it's about almost an inch, I'd say about an inch below my center. This is 11 by 14. So you can use, if you're using a smaller canvas, just adjust that. Larger, you can, if you're using a larger canvas, you can certainly adjust that too. But just, not too far down from the center. And then I would say about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 times, no, let's go 5, about 5 of those parts. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about 5 equal parts of that distance here. Again, it doesn't have to be exact. This is just to give you an idea of the size and shape. And then we're going to just draw a line here, and then just connect. Just make like the letter C and a backward C. And as you sketch it, now see I have a couple different lines there, and see which one I like, but it's watercolor pencil, so it will blend right back in once it gets wet. And you don't want this to be, you want it a little bit more of like an egg shape. Okay, so that is inside the cup. Then we're going to come down about, let's see, a little more than halfway between the center and this next point. We're going to come down about here. So that's about 2/3 if you marked it 1, 2, 3, about 2/3, and that is going to be the bottom of the cup. And all you have to do is connect this with the sides. Okay, and again, to get your shape, you can make it more of a square cup. You can any shape you want, but this is what we're doing here. So it's a little shallow. We don't want it too far down, at least this one that I'm doing. So that looks okay there. And we can adjust this when we paint that. And then we're going to add the little handle, just a little the letter C a little bit higher here. Let me put this down. So right here's my little pickle. A little bit higher here, and then bring that in. So there's our handle. And the saucer. Now as I see this cup, now I feel like the shape of my cup, I feel like it's a little squattier. I think I might want this just a little narrower between here and here. So that's where I'm going to go with this line here. Okay? And it's a coffee cup, so it could be any shape you want, but that's what I'm going here. So, all right, the little saucer underneath, I have on the way I marked mine here, right below this other intersection here. So one block up, I have a little mark I'm going to put here, and then we're going to visualize that it's, you know, behind the cup too, but it's going to come up about here and then across. We'll put a little mark there. So whenever you're drawing a line or painting from one point to the other, it's easier if you look where you're going as opposed to where you are. So if you kind of look ahead as you're drawing, that will help guide your hand. So I'm going to, as I'm doing this, I'm looking ahead to see where I'm going to go. And I'm going to come up like this, just an arch. Same thing here, and just kind of match that. Now, you could certainly get an actual saucer or dish from your home and you can lay that down. But I feel like, let me look at that picture again. I'm doing this a little differently. I should have made it. I have it more squattier saucer, with the angle we have. So let's do this. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Do something like that. It's a little bit, it's not exactly the same proportions all the way around evenly. So it's a little bit of an angle, the view of this cup. Okay, so we're doing that like that, because then we're going to have that shadow in here. That's going to be our shadow. There's going to be shadows here. We have the design in the cup. We have the little steam and the hearts. All of that gets done when we paint. And then I'm going to put as if it's maybe on a table, the surface that it's sitting on. I don't want that lined up too much with that handle or anything. So I'm going to put a line here, and I'll put one here. And I might even, I think I'm going to angle it just a little bit, just for interest. So that's going like that. So you can see all my scratchy lines as I'm trying to figure it out. And that's fine. That's how you, if you just want to sketch as you're doing it, you just see what feels better. Then there will also be shadows under here. And like I said, as you paint, then you can bring everything together. But that's pretty much it. That wasn't that difficult. And so check back. So this is episode 11 in 2023. We will be filming more shows in 2024. So each show is an hour, and it's step by step. It's very easy to follow along with us. You can watch it anytime at your convenience on Maria's Ideas Art on YouTube. So, okay, see you later.